check. 1, 2, check. Check, check, check. Sounds pretty good, man. His monitors are clean. Real good. Check, 1, 2. Check.
Can I have some of his vocals in this monitor in front of me?
Check. Check, 1, 2, check.
That's good, thanks.
Check, 1, 2, check.
Check 1, check, check, check.
I need Matt in my...
Check 1, check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, check, 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 check. Check.
Cash.
Got
Cash, cash, cash. Where's our tip jar?
Check, check. Thank you for tuning into KCOSdigitalmedia.com. Thank you for tuning into KCOSdigitalmedia.com. We're going to go live with The Beat Goes On here in about a minute or two.
Check,
Sounds
check,
good.
check. Right on. What was that? Yeah, but balls to the wall, man. It's only rock and roll.
We got the best in the business helping us out tonight. We'll be all right.
Let me know when you're ready to go, Chad.
We're good.
You are listening to KCOSdigitalmedia.com. Thank you for tuning in. It's time for The Beat Goes On.
Well, hello, everybody. It's a great night in Colorado Springs, bringing you the 201st show. Yeah, we wish you guys, it could have been number 200, but
We missed
it's
it.
like playing roulette, I guess, huh? But anyway, it's so good to have a group of this caliber here tonight, and it's a surprise to a few of us that there's going to be some original music coming out of this configuration, and yeah, we are just happy to be here on The Beat Goes On Global Internet Radio Station broadcast. The Beat Goes On with Laura Lear. And we have to say the flu bug needs to get out of this town because there's too many people sick, like our street corner gypsy Lisa.
We miss you, our gypsy.
And
this evening, and we hope you feel a lot better.
Oh yeah.
And everyone's already asking about you, so.
Yep. And Learjet's a little under the weather, but he never complains. And Shadow Man in the background makes for a entertaining evening with Plays with Smo.
Oh yeah.
Now, we always, we do.
Play
Half you
with-
guys have been on here before, and we like to hear like a 2-song introduction that's going to kick it right off. How about that?
Yeah.
Woo! It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having us. Pleasure to be here. Time's forgotten space. Your eyes look from your mother's face. The wildflower seeds in the sand and stone. May the four winds blow you safely home. Come on, roll away the dew. You got to roll away the dew. Everybody roll away the dew. Oh, come on, roll away the dew. I tell you where the fall winds dwell. The Franklin's Tower, there rings a bell. Well, it can ring, turn night to day. Ring like fire, make you lose your way, yeah. Everybody roll away the dew. You got to roll away the dew. Come on, roll away the dew. You got to roll away. Another time's forgotten space. Your eyes look from your mother's face. The wildflower seeds in that sanded stone. May the four winds blow you safely home. Come on and roll away the dew. You got to roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. You got to roll away the dew. Yeah, yeah. Roll away the dew. Come on, roll away the dew. Come on, roll away the dew. You got to roll away. Stayed out late Friday night. I went to the bar. I got real tired. My eyes are red, shells all over the floor. There she stood in the sand like an angel from the promised land. She picked me up, sang me a little song. She sang la-da-dee-da-da-da-da. The butterflies are swarming. La-da-dee-da-da-da-da. Let's go get a 40. to her place, Venice Beach. I looked at the clock and it was almost 3. She put on the Ramones, asked me if I dance. So I jumped off the couch and down on the floor. The next thing I knew, it was 4:30. Started by a banging at the door. We all sang la da dee la da da da. The butterflies are swarming. La da dee la da da da. Let's go get a 40. Drive any faster. La da dee la da da da. Times we do not realize, feeling insecure. Have a drink, try not to think. Turn up the radio more. So I look through the hall. Who do I see? A redhead girl staring back at me. She put in a key and opened up the door. We all sang la da dee la da da da. The butterflies are swarming. La da dee la da da da. Let's go get a 40. Drive any faster. La da dee la da da da. I miss the ocean.
Thank you.
I gotta tell you, you went right for my heart with that song. We talked about I'm a California guy. I swear, no matter where, all the way down the coastline, if you get to anywhere, I miss the ocean so bad.
I wrote that song in
do
San
too.
Diego.
Oh,
Did you
man.
really?
But who knows?
Incredible.
I hope that it's not going to be in our lifetime that Colorado will be beachfront property.
No, I don't think so. But I
There's
think
enough
it would-
sand down south. We can make one, couldn't we?
Yeah, I'm
we
worried
could make
for
one.
them. Yeah,
Heck yeah, we could make one.
I'm worried for the South. Yeah.
You guys sound so sweet and so clean and clear, and I can hear everything each and every one of you are doing, and it's such a pleasure to
That's
hear
'cause
you.
they're pros.
Pros.
Did you see their flyers? That's one thing I noticed. I always look through your Facebook page to see what the heck's going on with you guys, and it's like, they have these great things like like the old blues review style. It's like a poster style that's all its own. and
Very
it's like
cool.
the all-star band, and
Love it.
yes, you are, and we're gonna let Ms. Laura Lear ask a majority of questions because I know you guys a little well, and
Right?
it's just, we can't do that. I keep really good secrets.
I want to know all about you guys. So
But I want to take a moment, and I got to apologize, because I got to say I am just amazed and humbled and floored by how this happened tonight or didn't, due to two of the most dedicated people I want to say
On the
thank you
planet.
to right now, because Chad Martin, our sound guy,
and we love you,
sent
Chad.
out the SOS about having car problems.
Very good job.
And our Nicole behind the bar,
Makes a mean
Nicole
cup of coffee
saved
out
him.
here.
she went and got
Saved
him, brought him here, and we missed passing by where Chad was by probably 10 minutes on our way here.
Oh no.
But my God, that is just such a great gesture, and we can't thank you enough for those two have such an integral part of making this work.
Always,
and-
always,
and making
always.
everyone feel at home.
Oh yeah,
Save
the
the
beautiful
day.
Nicole.
Yeah.
We love you, Nicole, and we love you, Chad. I don't know what we would do without you guys. So big shout out to them.
Yeah,
They're
you
both
know,
amazing.
and most people do the blooper stuff at the end of the show. So, but this is the way that we always start the show off, and I always get to say, well, this is how the rest of the show is going to be like. So if you know anybody that should be listening or watching, go to the website, KCOSdigitalmedia.com. Or if you're on Facebook, we're on Facebook doing a live feed, and you can actually leave comments on the Facebook Live, right, Laura?
Absolutely. Many do. Many do. Except for there's a few that they do leave that I remember that. But this evening, I want to know all about you all. I want to know where you came from and how you've ended up together. Individually and as one.
I'm originally from New York City, and I spent my my life there, you know, growing up and kind of cutting my teeth on the New York music scene. And
Hey, what was that like a little bit? I mean, just a quick, the New York music scene. What was that like in?
it was really fantastic. I mean, a lot of the shows, interestingly enough, you know, you would go out and you would perform, and a lot of the shows would start at like 11 o'clock at night or midnight, and you would play till 3 or 4 in the morning, you know, or if you were doing an opening set or whatever. But
So the culture is completely the musical culture.
oh yeah, everywhere is always crowded. It's a really wonderful place to kind of cut your teeth in performing music, because there's so many great musicians there. You've really got to be, you've got to stay.
You got to have your game on. You need to be up to some certain levels.
You do, and
Understood.
you know, I remember we used to travel with we had like a little trailer, and we would leave a shopping cart in the trailer, because where you would have to park, you know, you'd have to go 5, 7, 10 blocks. So we would put the gear in the shopping cart and take it back and forth.
Excellent.
You know,
that is
and leave
excellent.
somebody, you know, a different guy had the watch, you know, with the truck. But it was a great time. But I moved out here. Actually, I spent a little bit of time in California. I went out there with a group that I was in, and we got a record deal in Finland. And so we had to go to Southern California, and while we were out there, we played at the Whiskey and all those great places in Hollywood. And
What was the band name?
the Drama Kings.
Drama Kings.
The Drama Kings.
Live
That was
at
the
the
name of the
Whiskey.
band. Imagine that, right?
Woo! That's
But,
awesome.
From New York City.
Yeah. And you know, we played at CBGB's, and we did that band did some work with independent film stuff and anything. But I was a younger man back then. But after a lot of stuff happened, you know, the music industry is really crazy. But I went to then I went back to New York, and then I came out here, and I had the good fortune of when I got here to Colorado, I went to an open mic night at Laura Bell's, which used to be in
goodness.
Laura
town.
Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's old school.
And
Yeah, that's old school. I mean, well, it's not there. Is it still there?
I think it's called. Is it?
It is. Oh. Oh no. Wow.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. And yeah, at Laura Bell's here, they painted the.
They painted the back wall mural behind the stage, which had a cosmic train and the moon and the stars. It was so beautiful, and they painted it battleship gray.
Whatever works.
It is a military town, but
So-
understood, my dear.
What's your two favorite New York City guitar players?
Oh, wow.
Nothing like being on the spot.
Um,
I know, because I have two. I know.
Do you?
Yeah.
You know, that's really tough to say.
And
Joe
where's the-
Satriani
where's the
grew up not
monotone?
far from where I lived. He's pretty good.
great.
He's pretty great.
Sweet.
Steve Vai's not far from the neighborhood I
was
grew
gonna
up in.
ask about
Okay.
So
Steve
yeah,
Vai.
those two guys. Actually, Joe Satriani gave Steve Vai guitar lessons.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
When they were very young.
Very
So-
cool.
But yeah, those guys are great. But I grew up listening to a lot of punk music and just a lot of different stuff. But when I got here to Colorado, I went to Laura Bell's for an open mic night, and I was going to kind of take a little bit of time off, from the music business at that stage in my life, and I ended up running into the drummer. That's how I got introduced to Matt from a group called the Nocturnal Tomatoes.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
And then that's where I met Matt, and wow, boy, we did a bunch of things, didn't we?
Yeah. that was-
Excellent. Woo!
I don't remember most of it, but it was good times. What I do remember.
Yeah, you guys do have some history from
We
a
do.
lot.
Me and Johnny
No, I
have done
mean,
a lot. We've
the
played a lot of music
tomatoes,
together.
period.
Yeah, and here we are again.
That's
We're
so
ready for
cool.
round two.
It's great to see you both together again up on the
Thank you.
stage, and all of you too. But you can't get away from this.
Oh no,
He's trying.
He's trying. I know
is
both of
trying.
them
He's
are.
I
like,
know, he's going to melt into the,
Right.
the
like,
curtain
no,
so
I won't
pretty
let you
soon.
get away from us.
But, so to
We
answer-
could go on all night with stories, but
Yeah.
the short version is I was doing some gigs
Yes.
with a local guy, Ted Johnson. We were doing some gigs together
Yeah,
a few years
yeah.
ago.
Right on.
And that's how Billy came in the scene.
Yep.
Billy came from Oklahoma, and he
Yep.
came to help out with some gigs that we were doing, and that's where I met Billy. And I met
That is so cool.
I introduced Billy to Johnny, and we put together Playing with Smoke.
Yep.
Wow.
And then we came across the best guy in the business back here on accident, total accident.
Yeah.
Johnny
One of the
knows.
He
best
answered our
drummers in the
ad, didn't
business back there.
He answered our ad.
And I want to know all about you too, but he doesn't have a microphone. No.
we'll
Is that
bring
on
one back.
purpose? We'll give him a mic.
Yeah. Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But you know what was really interesting was after the Nocturnal Tomatoes band, it was insane because we traveled a lot and we had jobs and at that time young kids and when everything kind of we kind of felt like we did everything we wanted to do other than performing at Madison Square Garden or something like that, but things got crazy and the band kind of broke up for a while, and then I just took I kind of felt like I needed to retire from the music business,
all together.
Yeah, and I built a little recording studio in my house, and I started working on music with the guy that I was in the Drama Kings with in New York. He's a producer now, and he and I wrote a bunch of songs, and then I kind of got the itch back, and Matt asked me to come and play with him it was like a holiday, like a Christmas party or something, and we did all these Christmas songs.
In a church,
Yeah.
believe it or not.
Sweet.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a church. I'm surprised it didn't burn down.
But after I did that gig with him, I thought, really miss this, and
It's a fever that you can't
yeah,
you can't
you
shake.
can't know. So yeah, so here we are, and it's great to be back with the guys. It's really great. Very fortunate.
You guys are a killer foursome,
Thank you.
and I can't wait to hear some more music.
Yeah, another song or two.
That
Yeah.
would be awesome. And
This-
then we'll talk more.
Okay. This next song is called "I Know Your Name," and it started out when I was working with Joe Higgins from the Drama Kings. We were FaceTiming each other, working on a song, and he kind of came up with the beginning of this song, and then I finished it, and then we got it together with the band, and we put the finishing touches on it. So here's I Know Your Name. Once upon a time, you and I had the world to find, the world to find. We've had our lives, we had our dreams, and it all started fine. It started fine. Then you got too close with one of my friends. And I won't forget you when this ends, 'cause you lied to me, and I know your name. I'll never forget it, never forget you, baby. I know your name. Then happily ever after, you just burned up inside. Charles Dickens writes, the best of times, the worst of times, it's true, find your way again. Then you got too close with one of my friends. This tale of two people had to end when you lied to me. I know your name. I'll never forget it, never forget you, baby. I know your name. Never tight with my symphony. You had your chances to love on me, but you decided just to knock me down. When you look back on the greatest things, when you were queen and I was king, I'll never forget that you still lied to me. Never forget it, never forget you, baby. I know your name.
That was
Glad
stunning.
you guys liked it.
That was absolutely stunning. You have such a gorgeous voice.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Appreciate that very much.
Bet, bet.
So how many of us heard Plating with Smoke before? Come on, say it. No, really? All right, well, thank
Yeah,
you for
right.
your
Well,
debut
thank you.
performance.
Oh, man.
Yeah, on internet through our YouTube link on the website and
bet.
our Facebook Live. And this is great stuff.
It's
You
like
guys-
you
It
all,
really is.
you all track who, like around the world, right? When people come on here.
Oh yeah,
do.
we
So-
pretty much know what's going on in.
That's what I thought. See,
At least with the Facebook Live, it's right here. You've already got 160 people that
Cool.
have been reached.
I've been kicking and screaming coming into this digital age. I'm still old man, you know.
I'll tell you.
Well, you know,
You
in
know,
fact,
I-
yeah.
It's
I
so
hear ya.
difficult.
We're going to actually Ricky D and the Voodoo Hawks are doing 2-inch tape analog.
I know.
Once we get our $20,000 together,
Right,
we'll go
right,
do
yeah.
our 2-inch channel.
And we want to thank Ricky D. Hall and JP and the Voodoo Hawks.
Thanks.
Longtime friends of ours. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love you guys.
When those guys show up, we just got like notched up a notch. So we appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
You know, I was just talking to Ricky D behind the scene here, and he said I wouldn't miss it for the world. These
Thank you,
guys
Ricky.
are
Appreciate
our
you, man.
boys, and I think that's an incredible, loyal, wonderful thing
Well,
to be
two of
there.
us work for him. So if he didn't come, he'd catch it.
Yeah.
But we
you
have a
catch it,
history
huh?
too.
Actually, what's
It's not
You're
like
funny,
Ricky.
Bill. Really?
I've heard some stories.
Ricky
about
was
the
like there at
Ricky
the
D and
beginning.
the Moto House.
when I moved here to Colorado, I've told Ricky this before, and wow, we've had some good days with tequila and the worms in the tequila,
Oh no!
the mezcal, yeah.
Boys.
But when I moved here, his sticker from his band was the first sticker that I put on my guitar case, and I never met him. I didn't even know who he was. I had just gotten here, and here we are years later, and I've performed with him, and we're friends, and
That's
so
really
it's
awesome.
crazy how stuff happens, isn't
It is. It is. It is a small world.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah, the whole deal.
Yeah,
Lumped
we've been
up
pulled
together.
out from under trailers.
Hey,
we've been
hey.
thrown out of bars. We've been stuck in
I know.
blizzards. We've done
Ricky.
it all.
Come on up.
Hey, Ricky, how come?
Come on, Ricky.
You know what
Yeah.
you guys need to do is you need to have a guest co-host.
You, shh,
You know?
Stop, all right there. You're going to spoil the surprise.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can
no.
spoil the surprise.
Well, I just popped it on.
Amnesia. That's what
I
it
just
is.
popped I popped the question because Laura and Nate are going to be in California on January 23rd, which is, I hope, sufficient enough time for enough of you to help us put a headlock on Mr. Ricky D to be our guest host that night.
I'll come and help Ricky. I'll come and help him.
Would you do that, Ricky?
Yeah.
I'll
I'll be the
If
puppet
I'm not
master.
in jail, I will.
I'll just
we
You
always,
boys all need to stay out of jail.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
and
We need
we'll
y'all.
make sure of it.
hey Ricky,
that
Me
night,
and Ricky
Ricky.
and Matt, we'll get her done.
hey Ricky.
Thank you, Ricky.
If it's a good enough crime, I got bail
Say,
money.
January
We'll
20
we'll do our best to sober him up by now. By then,
My back is
Yeah,
up
no,
against
I
the
mean-
wall, right?
There's,
We'll just
there's
throw
a-
some nitroglycerin down his throat. We'll be all right. I know.
Yes.
That's why I said we all right.
Yeah, there is a ceiling on bail money.
Crack me up. You guys are too much. Thank you, Ricky. You guys are amazing as always.
And hey, I've got some folks out in Illinois watching. Diane and William. Hey guys, what's up?
Hi,
Nice.
guys.
What's up?
Hey.
And
you know
Illinois.
people in Illinois.
I know people everywhere.
When we were in Illinois, you didn't introduce me to anybody.
They weren't living there then.
Oh, okay.
that good comeback, man. That's fast.
That was real good. That was real
We
quick.
met a few friends when we were there, though. Here's to all the old friends we met in Illinois. That was great times.
But yeah, anytime. I mean, as soon as the record button hits stop, it's archived on the YouTube channel, and it's there forever.
Then we could tell the real stories.
Well, we can make a blooper reel to add to the excitement. Especially, I told you we're gonna pop.
Just
the
don't
prize.
interview JP because he's got all the dirt.
Well,
He's
we
the
could,
one. He don't. Not
yeah.
sure we trust his memory, but
We're going to be doing something in 2019 with the Pikes Peak Library District. So,
Oh, most definitely.
Awesome.
yeah, we
We'd love
will.
to be part of that.
very noble cause.
We would love for you guys to be a part of that too
you.
in the future.
Well,
Well,
this is a given.
Really love that.
We love to bring people back. That we love to see them grow, and your original music.
Thank you.
It's outstanding.
We don't have a
Thanks.
set list, so I mean, Learjet, part of his copious notes is taking names for the songs
Gotcha.
to include on the YouTube
Okay.
description.
We appreciate that.
I mean, that's how level of detail he goes.
He really does. He does.
Really, I marvel, and
We love you, Mr. Lear.
201
Nathan.
shows, you know, and that's it. They keep getting better and better because of all of us. We do this together so well.
You guys are doing a great job.
Here,
Well,
Mark, here's my
you
set
guys-
list.
Oh man! Thank
Now
you.
the
my
bass player be
goodness,
lost for
thank
the rest of the
you.
night.
I'm lost anyway. I'm just
Uh-oh.
flying by the seat of my britches.
Right on. This is. I think
No, not really, folks.
we've
I know
done-
what I'm doing. I'm a trained
I think we've done
professional.
4.
Oh,
Okay,
I went
great.
to school for
Mr.
it and everything.
He's gonna take a
It's okay,
picture.
Nate. It's okay, Nate.
Thanks,
Thank
JP.
you. You know what? I really do love this. And I really do love this up close, personal time that we get to have with Playing with Smoke. Because then we can learn more about, like I said, all of you as a whole. But I have a question for you, Matt.
Uh-oh.
You know,
It wasn't me. I can't incriminate myself.
it'd be all good. I promise.
Oh, I'm just kidding. What is it? What
You know,
question you have?
I have seen you play with other folks,
Mhm.
with everybody, but you're so besides awesome. Yes, you
Oh,
are.
nice. Thank you, JP. What a thing to
Yeah,
say.
that was nice, JP.
Of course, he gets paid to say that.
But you fill up the keys with enormous, moving melodic pieces and
Thank you.
parts, and it's.
All this time, I thought I was back in the guitar player.
I think you guys are amazing together
Thank you.
as well. So, but I wanted to know, can you tell us a little bit for some of those folks that are out there who don't know about you? Can you tell us a little bit about
Sure.
where you've come from?
They call me Shadow Cat Matt.
No
I've been
way!
around the Springs for my whole life.
I did
I'm a
not
native
know
here.
that ever, Shadow
I've played
Cat.
with almost every band and musician in town that I could think of. I've been fired from most of them. I've been hired by some of them. I got the typical story that we all have. It's what you do. You just keep on playing.
You do.
That's what I do. And sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's got to go back and do it over. You know, that's all it is. But I love it, and it's what I live to do. And when I'm in a good chemistry situation, Ricky is great band. This
It's
band,
huge.
it makes it easy. It's just a conversation, and they make it easy to speak.
Agreed. That was so eloquently put.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Very much
Oh
so.
yeah, it's all about the shoes.
And the shoes.
That's what
The
I tell
shoes do make a difference, man.
The shoes make a difference whether or not I'll join a band. If a guy with bad shoes asks me to join his band, I gotta say, hey, dude, you gotta
I mean, you
You
got to
don't-
get a picture.
Change
You got
your
to
shoes.
I
check out
can't dig
Matt's
them
shoes.
shoes, so
you gotta have a certain standard.
yeah.
But most people think I wear stacks because I want to be cool. I wear stacks so I could be as tall as everybody else.
He's only
You know
five.
what?
He's only
Otherwise, I'm
5'2".
real small.
I think you got killer style all from the head to toe, my friend.
Thank you.
And you play like a songbird, so man, I mean, it's just stunning.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Literally beautiful.
And once upon a time, I had hair like that.
You still do. You just don't show it. That's all right.
So, you know, and I'm definitely gonna hit up the other two members. but
Definitely.
You
Got
guys,
to.
would you guys like to play another song?
We
with
would
you in
love to.
between?
This next song is called My Plan, and we're going to turn the microphone over to Matt. He sings this one. What's amazing about this song is many years ago, when we were in that group, the Nocturnal Tomatoes, we had a tour bus, and we had 3 or 4 tour buses, but we had a driver, and we were going down. I think when we were going up, I forget where we were. We were somewhere. It was a blizzard somewhere here in Colorado. We were heading to the gig, and we had a Colorado Springs Independent newspaper, and we were writing down the lyrics to this song on the front cover of the Independent, and somebody cut us off, and we almost died that day. We didn't
Someone
crash,
died.
but somebody did die because it was a huge wreck, and the van flipped over and went down into this ravine. It was really terrible. So we really escaped the tragedy that night, and I'll never forget that. And I still have in my home, in my studio, I have the copy of the Independent and I laminated it, and it's got all the lyrics that we were working on. So,
And this was one of them.
and this next song was the lyrics that we were writing on that fateful afternoon. The song's called My Plan.
I went out drinking and the night turned into day. I went out drinking and the night turned back today. That's alright and that's okay. That was my plan tonight anyway. I went out drinking and I got into a fight. I went out drinking and I got into a fight. And knocked you to the floor 3 times before. I got back up and I was ready for more. I went out drinking and the night turned back today. I went out drinking and the night turned back today. Well, that's alright and that's okay. That was my plan tonight anyway. That's alright and that's okay. My baby don't love me anyway. But that's alright and that's okay. My baby don't love me anyway. But that's alright and that's okay. Shows where we were at that night.
Yeah,
we
no
were
kidding.
drinking and we
Yeah.
were fighting and we were getting all kinds of trouble. But we planned it that way. That's why we had the bus.
That's
The
right.
Sober driver.
What else are you gonna say,
That's
man?
exactly what I was thinking. My plan.
That was my plan.
That's my plan.
We had a good time. We've always had fun.
So road stories are always the fun stories.
We've got a whole lot of them. Some of them probably aren't appropriate for
Well, I don't, you know, I
any
don't-
children's ears, if you
Right.
know what I mean.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I don't see any children. I see short.
You know, it's amazing. Me
I
and
see
Johnny,
Don't
short
say
people.
it.
Right,
Don't
right,
even say it, brother.
me and Johnny got back together and we're always reminiscing about things that happened. But we always failed to realize that these guys did the same thing and they have their own stories too.
So that is exactly what I
Yeah,
wanted
so you should
to
hear some
find
of our
out.
conversations. They're pretty incredible.
Billy, you play that bass with such beauty. I mean, and I say beauty because I'm saying beautiful in the melodic, and I love to watch your fingers jam on your runs up and down the board. It's like seamlessly. You don't even think about it.
I'm thinking my ass off.
Total concentration, man.
It's like, what am I going to do next?
You know, yeah. It
been
Kicking
takes
some ass on that bass, my brother.
it takes a while to have a deep conversation with Bill.
So we want to know where you hail. Tell me about you. And I see you, and I've spoken with you, and
Yeah, I
we
was born
hugged each
around-
other. Hello, goodbye.
Yeah, I was born rambling, man. Everybody in my family is from Chicagoland, but me and my dad, he was born in Northeast Arkansas. I was born in Las Vegas. He used to tell me I won your butt on a crap table. So I believe it, Dad. And he said, I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. I said, all right, Pops. And my
Yeah.
dad was my number one hero. You know, he'd come see me back, you know, I got my start in the church, you know, singing in choir and didn't know my grandma was dragging me around to see Billy Graham and Oral Roberts at these tent revivals.
Really?
Thinking, this is cool, man. I want to do this when I grow up.
Wow.
So I did. In 97, I became a ordained evangelist.
Well, that's awesome. That's
So I
great.
go out and I can marry, I can bury, and
Can you come and exercise my house?
you
I
know,
have
I know
I have
Wow.
a ghost of an
That's
ex-wife
pretty
in
deep,
there.
brother.
do you really? Boy, they're the worst.
Oh man,
You
yeah.
can't do it. You got to move. You got to get them out of there.
Oh no.
No, but I spent most of my life in Oklahoma. I'm an Okie. Yeah, I came. I did
That's
Tell
why
me what you
talk so
did.
You
slow.
know, that's okay. You mentioned that.
Yeah.
That's a term in Central California. I don't know if it's an endearment
Half
or
of California came from
Well,
Oklahoma
that's
during
right.
the
In
Dust Bowl.
Central California.
Then they said, we're going back now.
Well,
that they
yeah,
got
the
it
Dust
taken care
Bowl
of."
brought you guys all the way out, and
Exactly.
you know, I didn't know, and in our political correct days now, because I asked Kathy, who's from Michigan, my girl, you ever heard of an Okie? And she goes, no. So I mean, regional terms.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah.
I really wasn't
no, I
because I
mean-
don't know where you're from
But
Oklahoma.
that was
Yeah,
part of
yeah, I'm an Okie.
a real famous song, right?
Yeah, I'm a Noki from Muskogee, but
Sweet.
actually I
Sweet.
spent time in Tulsa. When I moved here, I moved here from Fayetteville, Arkansas. I was playing in a blues band in Fayetteville, and I thought, I'm either going to go to prison in Arkansas or get the heck out, Dodge. So,
Kind of like Fresno.
long story short,
What would it be?
Ted Johnson. I came out here on my Harley just to get away from things and
Understood.
sat in on a practice, and they said, "You don't live here?" I said, "Not yet, but I'm coming back.
You need to
I'm gonna
move
come back
here.
and- I don't want to go to prison." So-
Well, yeah, you
so,
know.
Yeah, and it was, it was nothing I did. It's some of my family, they say you can't pick your family,
And that is
or you
the
can't pick your, whatever that saying is, bull butter, You can, yeah, well, I picked me a really good family out here.
that's a really
Well,
good
we
thing.
did too. And
I'm
I'm
a
so
blessed
grateful you
individual.
did
yeah.
I'm doing, I've been doing this professionally. I asked this guy back when I was in my, 30s. I go, hey, JP, or JK was his name, JK. JK, what makes a professional musician? Because he was a professional fiddle player. And he goes,
Interesting
"First-"
question.
He goes, first time you took money. I said, really? Man, when I started counting up, I thought, oh my goodness.
I'm a
So I've been
pro.
doing this professionally for 40 years.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
And making
first-
money doing it.
Yeah, I love doing it. I knew when I was a little kid I was going to do this, so everybody in my family they fixed something or somebody. They're doctors, nurses, or mechanics. And I said, I don't want to get my hands dirty. I don't want to play in blood, I just want to play. So my dad was a carpenter, and I learned how to build a house from the ground up. He had tractors and trucks, so I learned how to operate stuff. And coming from my mom's side, there were a bunch of Italians. I was the little boy in the kitchen wanting to eat everything, right? And I learned how to
imagine.
cook from some great aunts and grandmas, So I could always if I could hook up, I was a gun for hire. If I wasn't in a band, it's like they call me up, Horsley, you want to go on the road for 3 or 4 weeks? Let's go. I quit my job, say I'm going on the road because I could always get a job cooking. I just get a job operating heavy equipment or driving trucks.
Absolutely.
Until I
that's
got
great.
now I'm on I get disability. I get a crazy check once a month. So I subsidize my crazy check by playing music out here.
Woo-hoo! Well, we are all blessed that you are here and that your travels and the road that you have
Oh, I
have
tell you,
come
I've
through,
been
brought you
I've been
here.
to places that the devil stayed at the door. I said, "You wussy, come on in." I'm staying here. But
Well,
I had to check it out for myself. I knew about the God and Jesus and everybody. Since I was a little kid. I had Matt. He was an altar boy. And
Hey, don't mention that.
I had the choice of.
He had to let it out. You know it.
You guys too, right? So you
too,
guys
yeah.
are just
Well, see,
you're just disturbed as I am then. Shit, guilt.
Well, see, I was fortunate.
You talk about guilt.
I was
But-
fortunate
Wouldn't
that
have
my
it any other way.
namesakes, my grandma Horsley was Southern Baptist, and they were Spirit-filled Southern Baptists.
Woo!
At that.
I'll tell you
So
what.
when I was about, second grade, I said, I don't want to go to Mom's church no more. I want to go to Dad, Grandma's church up in outside Chicago a little further. So that's what I did. And so I love gospel music.
Me too.
I love going to quartet singings and trios. It's cool. I've played in Christian ministries where we've opened up for like Michael English, the Gaither vocal band.
Wow.
Goodness. Awesome.
I just can't. The man-made medicine they have me on is like
There's so many though.
yeah,
There are.
But the
There's a lot of
gospel
good.
people that I've been blessed by performing with and just hearing their testimonies is phenomenal. And like I said, people come up to me, there's something about you. I said, I don't know, what is it? So is it this guy? Because I got Jesus tattooed on me after a certain incident, and it's in the treble cleft. You know, it's all music.
Stunning.
So
It's
he's
beautiful.
like, he's never left me. You know,
It's
when
beautiful.
we was always walking, there's always them two sets of footprints, and half of my life was one set because he's carrying my butt. But like I said, I'd come out of that door,
That's
and the
beautiful.
devil was saying, "Are we ready?" I'm saying, "We're going to another place now."
Yeah.
But you know, now I go into these places and I'm a light now in the dark world. When I rededicated my life in '96, I thought I can't do this. I got to, because it was a trip. I was playing in strip clubs all around the world, all around the United States. You know, it's like, and my equipment was freaking out. And I'd get back to my hometown and say, "Steve, man, this amp did this." He'd go through it. "There ain't nothing wrong with it, Bill." And I'm going, and that's like the Lord saying, "You got to get out of here." So I put everything up for about 6 weeks. And I had these guys saying, "I hear you can sing and play bass." And I said, "Yeah." "Well, come on, you're going to go out with us." So it was like I did prison ministries throughout Oklahoma and Kansas.
That's awesome.
That's a great story.
That is
Yeah,
really,
it's pretty
really
cool.
a great story.
And then I did tell, let's see, I want to say hi to all my buddies in Oklahoma and Arkansas and
Hey, Oklahoma.
Texas.
What's up?
And all
Hey,
the folks that
guys.
I told we was going to be on here. So,
Oh, that's killer.
Oklahoma is
Everyone-
okay with us.
yeah, Jim, we'll have to
Straight
get
up, my
Mike. You
dear
have to come
friend.
up here and interview Jim.
We have to get a mic up here.
That's okay. You know what? I will come up there and I will interview you, my dear friend.
But you know, thank you, Bill, for sharing that,
that was
because you
really
know,
something.
Laura and Nate just kind of came on with us when White Bison was
Oh,
at
yeah,
that
that's right. We did.
crazy studio.
I remember we were over by the playing field, I think it was,
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
chopping on in a little room,
I know.
It's-
and
yeah.
it was loud.
It was.
Me, Steve, and Ted was tearing it up though.
Well, Ted
Love
kept
every minute
turning
of
it up, and Nate's going, "Whoa, my ears," you know. But
That
yeah,
was cool, and,
that was a
and
great
you guys
That
have
was
came
so
a long
cool.
way. You guys, and I'm so proud of you guys. You know
Oh, thank
that
you.
guys have got this
Oh my
facility now.
goodness.
This is
Thank
what's
you.
really cool is you guys have a phenomenal facility
Well, we
that should
can't-
be utilized a lot more.
We are
can't
very
thank-
You know,
blessed.
it should be really utilized. You could get a few hundred people in here, and you know, maybe we get John Bottom up here for a drum clinic or something.
you know,
yeah.
that would be
Jimmy
a great.
Page for a day.
That'd
you
be a
know.
great benefit to have John
Yeah.
Bonham.
Wouldn't it?
You know.
And
Little
we'll really
Yeah,
have to talk-
Jason, I'm sorry, Jason.
Yeah, if John Bonham showed up, that'd
That'd
be
be a
off-
miracle.
That'd be a miracle.
Lazarus, Lazarus, come forth.
We knew what you meant. We knew what
Yeah.
you meant,
Which
Jason,
Which
all
way
the
did
way.
he go? I thought putty cut.
Then I'd believe you were ordained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah. Hey, I got a ticket. I got the thing in me pocket.
You know,
So, I know we got to hear another song. It's
Okay.
almost
We
at
do.
the.
This next song is called "Gone," and at the end of my time in Southern California, things were getting really crazy there, and life was getting in the music business very difficult.
what
And-
year was that? Just a roundabout.
It was like the late '90s. It was around 2000, 99, 2000.
Yep.
Because it did start. It really started to tank.
Yeah.
Things
The-
started to go down.
It did, and just the lifestyle there was it was crazy. It was dangerous for me to stay there. So I wrote this song, "Gone." It's kind of my saying goodbye to California song, I guess. So
Awesome.
here it is. Load the guns, I'll drive the car. I never want to be here again. Now this time it's gone too far. I'm buried in mountains of sin. I hit the wall screaming, yeah. So now you know why I've been gone. back home from Mars. The engines exploded again. This whole trip has left some scars. Our faces got muddy and then my wounds just quit healing. Yeah. So now you know why I've been gone. So now you know why I've been gone. In my mind it's all a game, and I've been gone. In my mind it's all the same, and I've been gone. In my mind it's all a game, and I've been gone. In my mind it's all the same, so I've been gone. Thank you.
That was very heartfelt.
Thank you.
Really felt that.
Hey, we're almost at the top of the hour, and just want to remind you that there's still another hour to go. So if
We got
anybody,
plenty of music for you.
if
We can play
anybody
all night.
needs to re-communicate the fact to someone anywhere that they are listening to KCOSdigitalmedia.com and all things available through the website, please do that.
Absolutely.
And hey,
The beat
Tammy,
goes on.
you know where we're going to be next week?
Across the street.
Tammy, you know where we're going to be next week? Across the street.
It's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
We're doing a sketch.
Looking
Yeah,
forward to that.
we're doing the shell game, but it's all part of the same family, and we're thrilled
is.
that Ashley is having us over there at Johnny Martin's.
Yeah, I'm so
And
excited.
Our friends Starburn are going to be the
Starburn.
musical entertainment.
Nice.
Yep,
I'm
can't wait to
looking
hear
forward
them
to
too.
seeing
Come
them
back.
so much.
Yeah, it'll be the first
Yeah.
time that we'll have seen them with Pamela.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I know.
Yeah, I'm very
But-
excited.
Yeah,
About
I didn't
that.
mean to go through the whole calendar, but why not?
Sure, please.
Because we got, I mean, this is like a stellar month with, you know, we got an all-star band tonight.
Oh man.
Starburn is a
Yes.
classic band around town. Next week, and the week of the 19th, we have, you know, Dave Arvizu and the Sugar Spun Elephant Band.
Gonna be-
Another longtime Colorado Springs institution.
Yep.
That'll
Dave
be
Arvizu, he's
Very
a
much.
man, he works it because he's going, hey, our stuff's getting played all over the world.
Woo!
And we're very proud to have him. They're going to do
Yes.
the latest Guiding Star CD in its entirety.
Well, that's just
Yeah.
very cool.
And then the last show of the month and the year, once you get tired of cleaning up, you know, those stray bows that get stuck everywhere after Christmas, come on down and hear the Night Beats for
Night
some
Beats.
really cool
They really are. They're
indie
the
reggae rock.
first of the year,
Yeah.
Night Beats.
So it's
Right
like
on.
old school month,
Right
right?
on.
very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. And I wanted to do a big shout out for this Sunday evening, December 9th. We are doing the Walk of Hope at the
Yes.
Social.
Yes.
And I believe, Shadow Man, what time does it begin? Is it beginning at noon? 12 p.m.?
You know,
Sunday
I think I
afternoon.
would almost say get
Or is it
there
1?
around noon, but
Okay,
I think it
okay.
doesn't start until 1.
Just making sure.
Because I think
don't
there's a
wanna-
whole calendar of what's happening on the event page, and we'll surely post that
Absolutely.
because we will be, you know, doing our streaming thing for everyone that has, grandparents around the country to see
bet.
the kids.
You bet.
But
And this is for the Walk of Hope.
well,
And
this is our show, and thanks for coming. We could handle that just as easy too.
well, you know what?
Well, this is an interview and performance show for if you missed the memo. And
But also, I do want to tell you,
okay, well,
I really appreciate that you're here, though. It's
But-
really great to have some folks in the audience who have never heard Playing with Smoke and who really dig it as much as we do, and we really do.
And the whole
So-
purpose is
Yeah,
to get
you
you
guys
guys
are-
out and
Absolutely.
known. So whenever you're playing
Yes.
all around town, people go, "Oh, we know
So-
who you are."
Where do you have some upcoming shows? Are you?
We do.
You do. Awesome.
do.
Where are you going to be? Because we want more people to come and see you.
Tomorrow night we're playing at the Axe and Oak,
Oh,
which is
great.
right downtown here.
Yeah.
We'll be there at 7:00
Okay. Great.
at the old Ivy Wild School. So we'll be at the Axe and Oak tomorrow night. And then the 15th we're at.
Actually, Saturday night.
No, we play
The
tomorrow night.
Village in
The
the
Axe and
Inn.
Oak.
We're playing at the Village on Saturday. Lounge in the Village.
Okay. Cool. So you'll be at the Village.
Yep, on Saturday, and then the 15th we're doing a private party at Oscar Blues
Oh, very
downtown here
nice,
for John
nice.
Eddie Productions. Want to
Beautiful.
say hi to John Eddie.
Yep.
Hi,
He's
John.
awesome. Hi, John. John
Hi,
Eddie.
John.
Then we play on the 20th at the Motif Jazz Cafe.
Love it. That is so great. Well, we'll definitely come out and cheer you on and see
Right
you
on.
and
Please do.
come and hang out with Playing with Smoke because we love you guys.
Thank you. And then the 29th we're at Mother Muff's.
Great. Great. What a month.
Yeah, I know.
That's
So
great
we stay
fun.
really busy. But
I can
this
see
next
why.
song is called, we call it song number 1. But it used to be called Gone Fishing. I think I'm going to lose my mind, but it's a cool little kind of punk pop type of a song. So
Sweet.
right now the working title is song number 1. So
Woo!
here it is.
Playing with Smoke.
Someday you and I will get things back together. I've never seen a girl with eyes as blue as you. But pretty soon you're hanging signs that say gone fishing. You're packing up the place, heading back to Maine. And now I think I'm going to lose my mind. 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 You and I were always such good staring partners until you said you're gonna dance on top of me. But circumstances, they always seem to keep me guessing. You know this doesn't really happen all the time. Now I think I'm going to lose my mind. Think I'm going to lose my mind. Think I'm going to lose my mind. Think I'm going to lose. Break it down, break it down, break it down. Think I'm going to lose my mind. Think I'm going to lose my mind. Think I'm going real good with great suggestions. Let's have a beer and stay out here in Hollywood.
So the only thing I wanted to know is how come song number one was not song
Right,
number
it's not
one?
song number one, right? I don't know. You know, we thought it would be good in that spot right there. So it'll be whatever song number it is. But
Well, I understand that there's another
Yeah.
the next song. So do I
Should
got,
be called song number
yeah,
No.
Right.
But
I
it's
was
not.
gonna. Okay, I do the jokes here, right?
yeah.
two. I'm sorry.
Don't be like some other guy. But I got a quarter for some blues.
You got
That's
it.
the one.
Yeah, how
So
about
this,
that?
and if you could get this on the international show on Sundays, it would be great, man.
Well, you know, everyone's on YouTube right now to a live audience.
Yes.
So, you
So
know, if you
here's
wanna-
the song. Does anybody have a quarter?
Yeah.
And true story, when the band was out in San Francisco, and there was a homeless guy that was where the trolley cars turned around. He was singing his heart out. And he was singing, "Does anybody have a quarter?" So we thought, wow, this guy's pretty good. So we gave him some money, and we wrote a song for him. So here's our blues song. Does anybody have a quarter for the homeless guy in San Francisco? I hope he's doing much better these days. Does anybody have a quarter? Does anybody have a quarter, please? Does anybody have a quarter? Does anybody have a quarter, please? I've been down on my luck so long. It has brought me to my knees. I slept out in the pouring rain last night under the comfort of a redwood tree. Well, I slept out in the pouring rain last night under the comfort of a redwood tree. And I've been down on my luck for so very long. Won't somebody come and rescue me? On the keyboards is Matt Martinez. Come on and rescue me, Matt. Does anybody have a quarter? Does anybody have a quarter, please? Yeah. Does anybody have 1/4 now? Does anybody have 1/4, please? Yeah. I've been down on my luck so long, it has brought me to my knees.
I got a quarter.
Right on.
So when you answered my question, man, and I said, who's my favorite New York City guitar slinger? You heard of Papa Chubby?
Of course. Of
Of
course.
You know,
Great one.
there's the similarity maybe in the fretwork, but yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
Great compliment.
Papa Chubby
Very
sits
much.
on a chair now to play, but you know,
know it.
he's
I know
just
it.
cool. He's a cool dude.
But you know what? That's one of the things is no matter how older we get, whether we have to sit down or stand up and jam and run around with leather on,
Right.
and you know, I mean, give it to him. You can't stop.
No.
You can't stop. So
It's very true.
It gets in your blood, and you just
it does.
when you
Really,
get,
truly
when you
does.
get on the road, it's like my dad taught me how to read a map when I was probably in 2nd grade, because we was always on, you know, we take vacations and stuff, you know, and I was the navigator, and I thought, well, I like this. I want, you know, I always, and driving trucks, you know, heck, I got to drive trucks all across the country. I've been to every state except Maine, Hawaii, and Alaska, either playing music or driving trucks, hauling stuff around the country.
Listening to the blues, just like that song right there.
You know, and this is a perfect time to say that, yes, in fact, we do have a Sunday 24-hour blues
And we do.
format.
We got some incredible
Yes.
music.
And
Incredible.
at least, you know, we play our Colorado blues musicians every day, 7 days a week. But, you know, at least
Really
on
showcase
Sunday,
them.
there's at least still 50% Colorado blues.
Great.
But I got to throw in some of my personal favorites. And, you know, I got to say that what's happening here tonight is it's magical to me, because I know you guys play around town and you guys do a 4-set night
Yeah.
anywhere and everywhere you just mentioned. But you know what? You're bringing original stuff
Right.
and very cool personal stories that, once again, everybody really, I mean, I always ask the band, do people come up and talk to you?
Yeah.
You know, and it's 50-50, right?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes it happens if they're really drunk, but it's never about like personal stuff like this where you get to learn about the
Right.
band
You know-
and the lives and what it takes to do it.
Absolutely.
It's,
Right.
you know, like, hey, you guys have a sticker or something like that.
And you know, that's I think what many years ago, Mr. Market the Moon, we call him Market the Moon.
Right.
Market the Moon came up with this incredible science project, as he calls it. And it's stunning because we get to know you, we get to hear you, tonight I get to have some merchandise from Playing with Smoke. Do you know how cool that is? I'm so excited, and I want to know about possibly recording
Yeah,
that you guys have in the future.
we've been talking about that recently. Probably after the new year, we're going to record a record.
Awesome.
And it'll have some of these songs on it, and you know, we've got others, and some that we're in the process of writing. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that opportunity to do that as a band. So
We need more stuff on our merch table.
yeah, we're gonna get some hats and different different things. So, but now we've got some cool
You do.
T-shirts.
You
know.
really do. I love it. I'm gonna grab me one, and I can't wait till your CD is done. And I do tell this to a lot of folks that are coming, that are coming into their CD. But I would love to be a part of when you guys have your CD come out. Have us be a part of your CD.
We would
party.
love that.
We would love to do that.
Yeah,
Woo!
no, definitely.
And we want to thank
would-
Sue also for all the hard work that she does for us.
Oh, yeah.
Sue
Thank
is
you,
awesome.
Sue.
She makes it all work. behind
Keeps
the
us
scenes.
out of
She's
trouble.
behind the scenes. She takes care of our merchandise and makes
Yep.
sure we get home when they're drunk and all that.
You know what? That's integral. It's a integral part of the whole scene. It's you got to have somebody that does have your back.
Before
And
you
know-
start practicing your new band, get a driver. That's
Yes,
designated.
definitely.
Makes
And
everything better.
and I know that JP also has you guys' backs too.
He's the
He
main
really
guy.
does. He's such a great dude. He's such
He
a
is the
great
guy.
man. He really is. And you know what? I would like to ask him to come up for just a moment.
Come on, JP.
He wanted to.
It's your chance.
And then we've got to talk
we
to
wanna
Jim
hear
too.
something cool. Hey, no, I don't. Hey,
Yeah, take-
I am not forgetting you, my friend. I promise you. I can't wait to speak with you. Oh, you bet. You know what? While JP's hanging loose, I'm going to take a mic right up to you right now. And hi. It's nice to see you.
Well, you too.
Nice to see
Yeah,
you.
well, you
brother.
too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's great for you to be here. Yeah, you
Well,
want to come on out here?
Well, I can sit. I've been sitting all night, so
Cool.
I'm
Cool.
comfortable. Are you okay standing?
Hey, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Yeah.
Or,
So-
am I supposed to follow Billy? Seriously? This is insane.
Tell us your Jesus story.
You know what? I know that each one of us has a deep love for what we do.
Right.
And that has carried you to this moment up on this stage this evening. And I want to know all about you.
Well, I mean, I've been playing for a very long time. I grew up in Fort Worth, Texas, and a lot of my playing was there. I was playing in clubs at 15 and
15.
Up until 23, I joined the military. I ended up retiring from the military, but all that time while active duty, I was still able to play in different places that I was at. Ended up back in Fort Worth, Texas, and did quite a bit of playing there. And there it was, I grew up playing the rock and roll and stuff like that, listening to a lot of different stuff, but ended up playing a lot of top 40 country because if you don't do that in Fort Worth, Texas, you don't work. So
Very true.
a lot of that,
Understood.
some regional traveling and stuff, but I was always pretty much home-based and doing a lot of playing locally. So
What brought you here? What
Well,
brought you with these
decided
incredible...
we decided to relocate to Colorado Springs a little over a year ago. Had been up here in the past and really loved it here and was able to make the transition and come up here. So I've been up here just over a year.
How did you guys... So there's a story between the two of you that I think it'd be really cool to hear from.
Well,
From both of you.
I met Billy about exactly the same time. I met Johnny and Matt, I don't remember exactly where we were, but we were just talking. Billy immediately made an impression on me. It was mostly negative, but just kidding,
No,
just kidding. No.
You answered the ad, right?
You had an ad?
Band mix, I think it was.
Yeah, we set up a meeting at that playing field, and the coolest Mexican band was loading in. Remember? They had the best equipment, bus, and Jim.
He does have an off switch. You just got to find it.
We lost our drummer right at that time. We did an outdoor show, and he got very sick, and so he wasn't, wasn't able to perform anymore. So I immediately went out and started looking, and I saw Jim's ad. In that band mix page, and I listened to just one clip of him playing the drums, and I said, "This guy is great, and I've got to reach out to him." And we met with him. We all met with him, and we had a beer, and we watched this big Mexican Spanish band load in all their equipment, and then we left, and Jim came over to Matt's place, and we had one quick rehearsal in his living room, and it was absolute magic. And it still is.
It,
On the second Christmas show.
Yeah.
So last year we did a Christmas show. It was really the first big show we did with him. But we had a good time though.
Yeah, my history here is fairly short with these guys. It's just been right at a year, a little less than a year, I think it has.
every time
So-
you hit one of those drums, it goes a long, long way. So
Well, and I try to keep it simple. I just want to sit back here and do my thing and just,
do it
be,
beautifully.
be what good drummers should be, and keeping it simple. I think that's what I try to do the most.
So who are your influences? Who have you been
There's
influenced
many,
by?
many.
Of
But I grew up
course.
with progressive rock, what was called prog rock in the early 70s. The
Still
Yes,
is.
Genesis,
Woo!
Gentle Giant, King Crimson, those bands. Bill Bruford was a huge influence on me as far as a drummer goes when I was young. So I tried to emulate just about anything he did back then. But many, many different players are that. Steve Jordan, to me, is an icon of a player. I guess he's been doing the John Mayer Trio, I think, recently. But he plays with everybody. He was the original drummer on the David Letterman band. That guy to me is the shuffle he carries is incredible. Great player and a great producer, all around musician. But many, many different influences. I listen to a lot of different stuff still.
Many. I understand that. There's many influences out there that just keeps us grooving and building what you have, building what you do, changing and moving and deciding to take on your own way, like when you're listening to a bunch of your artists that you really dig and you want to emulate them. You want to kind of fill up your bag of tricks with what they're doing, and you sound solid.
Well, thank you, because that's actually what I'm trying to
And
approach.
melodic
because,
as well.
I always introduce him as one of the best in the business because he truly is.
Well, I'm not sure I totally agree with that, but I
It's
mean, these
really-
guys make it pretty easy for me. I sit back and just kind of put it on cruise control and just play and try to listen to what's going on around me, and I think
That's one of the most important things that you can ever do, even as a drummer holding down everything. You listen to everyone, and everyone is listening to you, and so you're amazing.
well,
You're
thank
really
you.
wonderful.
I really
drummer.
appreciate that.
I'm
I really do.
so proud to get to meet you guys. Yeah, we love you, Jim. Thank you so much.
Well, we're not done with the set yet, so
I know. I'm so
don't speak too
excited to
soon.
hear some more. And I know, like, the audience is looking at me going, get off that stage, girl. We want to listen to more. Playing with Smoke. Thank you. Thank you, too. It's
We
a
got one
big
more
pleasure
original
to
tune
meet
for you.
Big pleasure.
One more
All right,
original
boys.
tune, and then we'll
Can't
do
wait
some
to hear
stuff
it.
you want to hear.
Woo! Actually, I got to tell you, it's thrilling to hear your originals.
Thank you.
It really is. I think that moves me just as much because it came from your soul, your creativity of all of you. Awesome.
Thank you so much. So, this next song is one that we've been recently just kind of started to finish up, and it's a song called "Crazy." And I really, I really like this one. Kind of goes like this. You said your piece was not clear. So hard to listen when I'm trying to stare. You just want it all. It's late September and the leaves are so bright. This car's in drive, you still wanna fight. Yeah. the car. The engine's racing and I'm shifting up gears. Maybe you've noticed I'm absent of fear, and I might be crazy. Sometimes I'm wishing a truce would be called. So hard to listen when you already swore, but you just want it all. So sorry, baby, my acting is flawed. It's hard to notice when you write a good song, but you just want it all. The engine's racing, I'm shifting up gears. Maybe you've noticed I'm absent of fear, and I might be crazy. The engine's racing and I'm shifting up gears. Maybe you've noticed I'm absent of fear, and I might be crazy. 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 Thank you.
I was almost going to say, is he going to sing Patsy Cline?
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, I can't
That
sing
was
that.
crazy.
Or the Willie Nelson version, right?
Well, you know, that's it. You guys
Yeah.
do.
He
you
did
guys,
write it.
But you guys do shift your styles accordingly. I know
Yes.
that. You know, you guys. That's. I mean, I know. You know, you and the drummer the least, but I know Bill and Matt. They're very versatile. You know,
No question.
We don't get to see you guys enough.
You
really,
all
tell you the
are.
truth. We've been
Thank you.
trying to get this show arranged for a long time, huh, Matt?
Thanks for
Yeah,
having
it's
us.
true. Thank you
No,
very much.
really.
Oh man,
Thank
it was
you
it's
for
our
coming.
pleasure.
And we would encourage people to go to our Facebook page.
Yes.
That's Playing with Smoke Music. We're also on Instagram and Twitter.
How do you keep crap
We're
off?
on YouTube. Yeah, you can email us at Playing with Smoke Band at AOL. Playing with Smoke Band at AOL. So
AOL still.
yeah,
Oh my God.
it's
And
crazy. We were looking through it, and I was like, you know what? Let's just use this one. This one's cool.
I think it's
Been
great.
around
It's-
forever.
It has.
I know, and it's
people-
like AOL is ancient. And then I was going to ask you, well, okay, look who you're talking to here.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, come on.
Oh man, he's just cracking up in the background over there.
But no.
Billy still has a MySpace page.
Well, I had one
Go
too.
Billy.
But the funny thing is, like, it's like I was gonna say, well, how do you know, Instagram and Twitter, man, that's just way too much stuff to do.
That's that technology stuff that they're.
We
talking
hired
about.
somebody to do it for us
See,
because
and
none
that
of
is
us
so
Oh, so-
nice.
none of us could handle it.
you must be making some money then.
Yeah, we are.
She's our publicist, promoter. I don't know.
She
She's
is
got a lot of different
amazing.
titles.
Oh,
Thanks, Claire.
You guys
know-
are.
Thank you, Claire. I know you're watching.
You boys are lucky
Yeah.
to have the folks behind you and all the support and the love and you know that's just the one thing that JP was gonna say. He just wanted to say that you guys are just a big family and a tight one at that.
Thanks,
And-
JP.
And I see that and I feel that. And with Ricky D and all of you, it's just such a huge.
Well, we enjoy
Love
each
to
other's
have you here.
company. You know, we don't bicker and fight.
See, that's always the key. That's always the key.
We
right
always have a good time at the Stargazers too.
there. Well, you know, and that performance is on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You know, so all you got to do is go to the webpage once again, KCOSdigitalmedia.com. go to the link section and hit Colorado Music Network and then search for Playing with Smoke.
That's what's
This
cool, you guys.
and that will be on there. And now, really, is there anything that we haven't talked about that you might want to say before I just tell you, you got a half hour left, let's just
Wow.
jam?
Play some music for a half hour.
We'll play some music. I
Yeah.
want to Claire is with Aries Assistant Services, so if anybody needs some help with their social media, she's the one to get with.
Oh man, give her
Thank
a better
you,
give her a better
please.
plug than Claire.
Aries Assistant Services. Her name is Claire, right?
Claire, I could really use some help with that as well.
I'll get
We
you her
could.
email.
You're a sweetheart. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you. Who books your band?
I do the bookings.
Great.
One more.
And one more, yeah.
One
so-
more.
Juan
He's our
Moore.
manager.
Yeah, he's our manager, Juan.
Yeah, I
He's
was
kind of rubbery,
I was gonna make a statement about that, but
that guy.
I was gonna say, is he from Central California?
You're
too?
right, exactly.
Did
He lives in the bus, though. He's not usually out.
He originally
Juan.
from Bakersfield, though,
Well, that's
he come
close
from
enough.
Bakersfield. And, he
Yeah.
was out there working for
Bakersfield.
old Roy
Heck
and
yeah.
Buck and
Heck yeah.
Dwight. And,
Straight up.
And we got him to come out here to. He's drunk half time, but
But you still
he's a pretty good guy.
He's a good guy.
can't live
His
without
wife is
him.
Juanita. She's in the bus with him.
Yeah,
Juan
Juanita
and
joined
Juanita,
him
right.
finally. Yeah, we conned her to come out and join us. So
And
we got Juan and Juanita.
And his cousins one more time.
That's
Right,
right.
that's right.
We are all Juan.
1, 2, 3. You guys are too.
So we'll play a little music here.
I'm gonna
Love
let you
it.
just
Love it.
just
love
tear it up.
Tear it up, my brothers.
Too
Say,
bad, too bad the heckler left, right?
right. Yes, exactly. I remember when I was very young having listening on a pair of headphones to Paul Rogers singing in Bad Company, and I thought, wow, this guy's great,
Yeah.
and the band is great, and I would love to be in a rock band one day, and wow, here I am. So
Here you
here's a
are.
Bad Company song.
Woo! All right.
Baby, when I think about you, I think about love. And darling, I can't live without you. When your love, and if I had those golden dreams of my yesterday, then I would wrap you in the heavens. We'd be shining all away. No fear like me now. Will I feel like making love? Will I feel like making love? Will I feel like making love? I feel like making love to you. And if I had the sun and moon, we'd be flying. Then I would give you night and day, love satisfied. You know I feel like making. Well, I feel like making love. Well, I feel like making love. Well, I feel like making love. I feel like making love to you. So baby, when I think about you, I think about love. And darling, I can't live without you. When your love, and if I had those golden dreams of my yesterday, then I would wrap you within the heavens, satisfied all the way. You know I feel like making. Well, I feel like making love. Well, I feel like making love. Well, I feel like making love. I feel like making love to you. Thank you. We're going to turn the microphone over now to Mr. Billy Mays. Going to do a little medley.
I want to say one more thing. I swear that I'm done.
That's good.
But you know what? One of our musical family and one of the most respected metal singers in Colorado, ranked by Westward, Marie Elam. It's her birthday today, and we just want to wish her a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Marie.
Yeah.
We love
Marie,
you.
happy birthday. That is awesome.
That's my little
And you know,
sister's name, Marie.
she's a beautiful,
beautiful
and
soul.
lovely
Yeah.
woman
Right on.
who has an incredible voice.
A
And we
great,
love you
great.
guys.
a great uniter of the
Awesome.
the
At
community.
the front. Yes.
We'd love to have an opportunity to meet with her sometime. That'd be great.
That
Happy
would be
birthday.
awesome.
Happy birthday.
You
Yep.
guys are so
Saboteur.
Woo! Love your saboteur. Always.
Blow my voice out now. Y'all ready? Well, Mustang Sally, think you better slow your Mustang down. Well, Mustang Sally now, baby. Think you better slow your Mustang down. Well, down. You've been driving all over the city. You won't even keep your fat feet on the ground. Let me tell you about Sally. Well, all you wanna do is ride around, Sally. Ride, Sally, ride. All you wanna do is ride around, Sally. Ride, Sally, ride. Well, now I said all you wanna do is ride around, Sally. Ride, Sally, ride. Well, now I said all you wanna do is ride around, Sally. Ride, Sally, ride. One of these early mornings, you're gonna be whopping those weepy eyes. I keep telling her. Well, now I bought you a vintage Mustang, about a 1969. You'll drive it all over the city, but you won't give me a ride. Well, now Mustang Sally now. Think you better slow your Mustang down. Let's reverse parts, Johnny. You've been riding all over the city. You better put your big flat feet on the ground. I just blew out my high voice. But we tell you about it. Well, all you want to do is ride around, Sally. Ride, Sally, ride. All you want to do is ride around, Sally. Ride, Sally, ride. Well, now I said all you want to do, ride around, Sally. Ride, Sally, ride. All you want to do is ride around, Sally. Ride, Sally, ride. One of these early mornings, you're gonna be wiping those weeping.
'Cause every night I get these crazy dreams, imprisoned by the witness, left here on my own, oh, so it seems, yeah. Well, I got to leave her before I start to scream. But somebody locked the door, threw away the key, and I'm feeling alright. I'm not feeling too good myself. I'm feeling alright. I'm not feeling too good myself. Seems I got to have a little change in the scene. 'Cause every night I'm getting these crazy, crazy dreams. Imprisoned by the way you know things it might have been. Left here on my own, no, so it seems. I got to leave before I start to scream. But somebody locked the door, they threw away the key, and I'm feeling alright. I'm not feeling too good myself. I'm feeling alright. I'm not feeling too good myself. Well, I saw her today at the reception, a glass of wine in her hand. I knew she was gonna meet up with her connection, but her feet, they were footloose, man. Now I tell you, you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you might just find you get what you need. You get what you need. Right on. Thank you. We like those songs.
Man, that was a killer segue. Oh my goodness, so killer. I didn't even see that one coming.
Didn't even see it coming.
Did not see it coming. On that train, my brothers.
Yeah,
Right.
I love it when that happens. She gets surprised quite often on this show because we do really enjoy bringing the most diverse talent to the stage possible. And I want to thank you guys once again. And this
Thank you
has been
for
a great
having us.
time,
Huge
great
pleasure.
opportunity to get to know you guys better. Even
Very
Silent
much.
Bill, man.
Right, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Silent
I
Bill.
try to say
We
that.
wish.
He ain't so silent tonight.
He is not so silent, man.
I used to
We
be
know
more
that.
talkative.
love
then I
it.
fell down.
Yeah,
Love
right.
it, love it.
We want to thank you guys very much for having us. It's I know it's taken a while to kind of for us to get it together because you guys are so busy here. So for us to get in and get the 201st show. So thank you very much to all of you for having us.
Yeah, we're 201.
This has
Thank
been a
you
treat,
so
a
much. It's
real treat.
It's been a treat for us too, and
It
that's
has,
just one more
huge.
plug that if you want your own show,
That'll be the name of our
Contact us.
second album. 201.
absolutely. And if you
Yeah, our second
Go ahead
album,
and-
201.
contact us, and if you want to get any kind of do you guys at this time have any music out on right now? Any like singles? Do you have any singles out at this time?
I don't know. They tell me when to show up, and I show up.
that's the best. You know what? That's like Shadow Man. Shadow
Really?
Man. We just got to say, hey, man,
don't-
this is
I
the
don't
time
really-
and place, and there he is.
Johnny, do you have any? Yeah, do you have anything out there right now?
We've got stuff on YouTube, of course, and on Facebook and
Fabulous.
stuff, but we don't have
Excellent.
anything like for sale just yet. But once the record comes out after the new year, we will certainly it'll certainly be ready then.
I am
We'll,
so
we'll be
looking
pushing it so
forward.
hard.
We're gonna push it
You'll
so
be
hard.
tired.
Yeah! Oh my gosh,
Totally.
we'll all push that.
Right.
We will
What was
all
you going to
push
call
it.
that first record again?
We're opening the calendar up so like I say, send us a email through the contact us button,
All right.
and I don't care if it's till December 31st. Well, maybe
2019.
2019. Yeah, we would love
don't
to
wanna
have
wait
a
a whole
big New
year.
Year's Eve party, but
Oh man.
you know, yeah, but no, really.
Maybe we should think about that.
Think about
My dear
next year
friends.
and send us
Yeah.
an email.
Okay.
and- because we are doing a couple CD releases. I have yet to release anything in 2019, but we got to
Right,
tell you,
right.
it's
coming.
going fast.
It is. It's
Okay.
coming along.
We'll have to get that to you so we can get on the calendar.
Yeah.
That would be.
And I'm gonna follow you guys through
Thank you.
Facebook. Watch where you guys are playing, and we're gonna come out and jam and see you and dance and hang out.
That would be
and
great.
Come and
So,
cheer for you guys. You guys are
Want to
amazing.
do the last, maybe close out of a couple of more?
You want,
That would be
want
One
great.
long one?
got time for two more? You want one more?
Two.
You-
Let's do as many as we can
Two.
get.
Surprise
Playing with
us.
Ten more.
smoke.
Surprise us.
The beat goes on. KCOSdigitalmedia.com. Shadow Man, we love you. Chad, Nicole, Nathan Lear, Market to Moon. How we couldn't live without you.
Yeah, thanks for Ricky
Ricky
D
D.
and
Hall,
JP coming down.
JP, all the boys on stage.
All you folks
We're
out
loving you
there
guys so
in
much.
cyberspace, thank you,
Thank you
for
for
hanging
being
out with
here.
us. We appreciate it.
Love you guys.
After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. After midnight, dear, we're gonna chug, lug, and shout. We're gonna cause talk and suspicion. We're gonna raise an exhibition. We're gonna find out what it is all about. Yeah, yeah. After midnight, babe, you're gonna shake your tambourine. After midnight, babe, you're gonna shake your tambourine. We're gonna cause talk and suspicion. We're gonna raise an exhibition. We're gonna find out what it is all about. We're gonna let it all hang out. After midnight, baby, we're gonna chill the Lord and shout. We're gonna cause talk and suspicion. We're gonna raise an exhibition. We're gonna find out what it is all about. After midnight.
That song was actually written by J.J. Kells from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Sure
Made famous
was.
by Eric Clapton.
Yes, indeed.
And I got to see J.J.
I know he
play
does,
that.
yeah.
Mr. JJ Kale
was
lives in
freaking
Colorado.
phenomenal.
Awesome. But you know what? I
Used to
also
live there.
before we end this incredible evening, I just want to say a big shout out to our beautiful friend Ricky D. Hall.
Thank you, Ricky
The
D. Hall.
Voodoo
and the
Hawks
Voodoo
are
Hawks.
in the
GP.
house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's beautiful.
And we love you guys and everything you stand for and everything that you do, my brother.
Oh, he does a
So,
great. Yep,
even if
we
it's
do it.
illegal,
We get it done
still
right, don't
love
we,
you.
boss?
we
And
got
Rick-
bail money.
And Ricky's got a record coming out soon, too.
yeah.
I know it.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
A record. For you folks out there in Never Everland, a record is a vinyl.
Thank you.
It's
Right?
12 inches wide.
Right?
That's where they come up with Aerosmith, the big 12 inch. It ain't the. It's
a big 10 inch, I think.
12 inch.
But I don't think that's what that's about.
Long story short,
Long story
the
short.
Voodoo
Yeah, right.
Hawks are doing the analog.
I know you
it's going to
didn't-
sound so freaking awesome. It's coming out analog first.
I know you didn't say
And
long
a shout
story.
out to Chet Bennett.
Yes,
Chet
absolutely.
Bennett is the man. This
We-
guy, he
yeah.
can take anything off a cassette player. You know them old things. You folks out there don't know, but anyway, he can make it sound good.
Well, you had to bring up that, big 12-inch thing and then tell it a long story short. That's,
Right.
Exactly
But
right.
up,
I
right?
know. But,
Yeah, JP
but
just reminded me.
Aerosmith did not just start, that was not an Aerosmith song.
That's-
That was an old 30s traditional blues song.
It was it. I
Yes,
just
it
learned.
was.
My dad said if you learn
Oh, wow.
something once a day, your life you're doing good.
Google
See
it.
that?
I learned it. Right
Google
now.
it.
Thanks,
YouTube
Mark.
it. That's I proved the point on YouTube. I
You know
found
what?
it on YouTube and posted it. And said,
Yeah, you guys look up Chet Bennett. He did Dark Side of the Moon. He did.
He's done a lot.
He did Boston stuff.
Are you kidding me?
He did the soundtrack for
Kansas.
He did.
So
all
he's
of
a
Kansas.
producer.
He's a producer,
He's a
engineer.
producer.
He can take, like I said, Greg Allman. He used to
Oh,
run
man.
multiple shows at one
He even
time.
did the
Whoa.
legendary Ricky D when Ricky
And the
was
Ricky
just-
D.
The
Hall.
legendary Ricky D. Hall.
And he's the
He
only
was just
man, the only man I ever met that punched out James Brown.
So we're going to finish things off with a Ramones song. Once again, thank you, everybody. And guys, thanks so much.
God
KCOS
bless
Digital
everybody.
Media. Thank the
love you.
band. You guys are great, man. So here's a little New York City street music for you guys. Cut to the 24 hours ago. I wanna be sedated. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. I wanna be sedated. So put me in a wheelchair, take me to the show. Hurry, 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 before I gotta go. I can't get to my fingers, can't get to my toes. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Bow, 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 bow. I wanna be sedated. Bow, 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 bow. I wanna be sedated. Hey, hey! Cut to the 24 hours ago. I wanna be sedated. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. I wanna be sedated. So put me in a wheelchair, put me on a plane. Hurry, 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 before I go insane. Can't get to my fingers, can't get to my brain. Oh no, oh no, oh no. For 24 hours ago, I wanna be sedated. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. I wanna be sedated. So put me on a airplane, take me to the show. Hurry, 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 before I gotta go. Can't control my fingers, can't control my toes. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Bow, 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 bow. I wanna be sedated. Bow, 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 bow. I wanna be sedated. Bow, 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 bow. I wanna be sedated. Bow, 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 bow. I wanna be sedated. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, baby. That was the Playing with Smoke Band right here on KCOSdigitalmedia.com. If you enjoyed that show as much as I did, and I know everybody else did that was here and in Cyberland, go to Colorado Music Network. Hit that like button, subscribe, find the Playing with Smoke Band. Give them a thumbs up. Find them on Facebook. We'll see you next Wednesday.